Welcome to Hero Villains. Who do you think is stronger, Slade Wilson or Captain America? Deathstroke and Captain America are very similar. They both joined the army, were genetically enhanced by medical experiments, and paid the price by losing loved ones. Deathstroke is like the villainous version of Captain America. Before we dive into the analysis, please hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. Thank you very much. Slade Wilson joined the army at the age of 16. He became a veteran soldier. He was trained by Captain Adeline Kane, whom he fell in love with, and she recognized him as the best soldier she had ever trained. Slade participated in many guerrilla campaigns in Vietnam and mastered every combat technique assigned to him. He became an officer, married Kane, and had his first child. Sometime later, Slade volunteered for a medical program that left him in a coma. He recovered thanks to improved genes, allowing him to use 90% of his brain, as well as enhanced strength, speed, and endurance. Although his condition stabilized, he became depressed and attempted to rejoin the military, but was unsuccessful. He took on the mantle of Deathstroke, the Terminator, and became an assassin. When his son was kidnapped, he revealed his work to his wife, and he and Adeline set out to rescue him from the mercenary known as the Jackal, who was holding his son hostage in exchange for information. He saved his son, but in the chaos, his throat was slit, rendering him mute. Enraged that her son was threatened, Adeline attempted to kill her husband by shooting him, destroying his right eye. He left behind Deathstroke, a dangerous and ambitious assassin with only one eye. Slade Wilson feared throughout the underworld. Thanks to bioenhancement experiments, his reflexes are so sharp that he can keep up with bullets, while his durability and endurance allow him to survive battles where others would have fallen. His lifespan is longer than natural, coupled with his superior healing ability, allowing him to heal quickly from injuries. His enhanced intelligence and keen senses allow him to calculate, analyze situations, and act with deadly precision. His near-perfect immune system allows him to resist toxins and diseases without weakening. He possesses excellent shooting skills, superb close combat abilities, and a masterful strategic mind. A military veteran, he has become a veteran with extensive experience, transforming himself into both an assassin and a fighter. Slade's arsenal is a synthesis of technology and ruthlessness. The sharp promethium sword can cut through armor, and the hard titanium staff supports both offense and defense. He always carries a compact Glock 19, grenades and bombs to gain an advantage on the battlefield, and thermite grenades to destroy targets in an instant. Slade Wilson is a Captain America is a boy with a weak body, but a desire to do the right thing. When everyone went to war in World War II, he tried to join but failed, because he was too weak to serve. He joined a super soldier program, injected with a serum that enhanced his physical and mental abilities. He joined the war, fighting Hydra, but a failed mission left him trapped in ice for 70 years. He emerged in a new world, unfamiliar to him, his loved ones dead, where he joined the Avengers to fight the villains that threatened the world. Captain America, the living symbol of resilience and loyalty. His body was pushed to its limits, reaching superhuman strength that could lift, break, and confront powerful enemies. His speed allowed him to move quickly across the battlefield. He could stand firm against fierce attacks. Captain America's reflexes are almost instantaneous, allowing him to dodge, counterattack, and counterattack in the most dangerous situations. He is not only a powerful warrior, but also a charismatic leader. His longer than normal lifespan gives him the endurance to endure through many fierce historical periods. Captain America is a British warrior who is proficient in most close combat styles, able to adapt to any situation and opponent. As a master strategist, he knows how to use formations, coordinate with teammates, and turn disadvantages into advantages. His signature weapon is the irreplaceable vibranium shield. This shield is not only an absolute defense tool, able to block fire bullets, shockwaves, and even destructive attacks, but also a powerful offensive weapon. When launched with incredible precision, it can take down multiple opponents in a single throw and return to its owner as a part of his body. He is a natural-born leader, an immortal figure in the eyes of allies and enemies alike. I really hope you subscribe to the channel. It helps us a lot, and you are the best. Thank you very much. Captain America has often defeated stronger and more powerful enemies, like the US Agent or Wolverine. But that's usually because he has an advantage in skill or tactical intelligence that he has taken full advantage of, and an advantage that Deathstroke otherwise doesn't have. Captain America has defeated Cash, a man who has mastered all fighting styles. Deathstroke, on the other hand, has defeated Batman, who has mastered every martial art and more while still holding back. Captain America is known as the greatest strategist on the planet. Superman actually asked Deathstroke to be his strategic leader. He has used strategy and skill to fight the Justice League impressively. He has defeated Black Canary and Green Arrow at the same time. He is on par with Deadshot in terms of shooting ability. Steve is very fast. He can dodge lasers and bullets at close range, and so can Deathstroke. He has even dodged a Starbolt. However, Captain America has superior lifting power. His shield is devastating. It can destroy a tank's turret, but Slade has more than just a shield. He has a versatile and deadly arsenal, including guns, promethium swords, and titanium energy rods. Deathstroke has moved a cable that would have taken 100 men to move. Captain America survived a building falling on him, but Slade survived a submarine being thrown at him, and he was unharmed when the building exploded. Deathstroke is equal to or better than Captain America in almost every way. Captain America is good, but Deathstroke is too strong. But what makes this fight so different? Captain America's ability to adapt to almost any fighting style is how he fought Black Panther and defeated Taskmaster. As you can see, Cap can tear apart a tank turret with a single throw of his shield. And, like I said, a top person can't throw a shield and do that. Captain America also throws his shield fast enough to catch up with an intercontinental ballistic missile. Captain America also punches much harder than his so-called strength, as when he kicked the 100+ ton Hulk in the face and stunned him, and when he fought and defeated a 30-ton martial artist. Cap also stunned a 20-ton Spider-Man. Cap threw his shield hard enough to knock out Namor, a mind-controlled man. Namor is a 100-ton guy who can fight Hulk and Thor on par with each other, so how can a 2-ton guy do that? To knock Namor out, it would definitely take more force, probably 10 tons. Even if he punched him in the back of the head, 2 tons wouldn't be enough. I'd say Captain America is between 2 and 10 tons strong. He also fought the Wrecker and Rhino, who I believe weighed 50 and 75 tons respectively. Deathstroke. When fighting Batman, one has to be very, very fast. Since Batman can dodge bullets, it's safe to assume Deathstroke is similarly fast. Deathstroke can run at 72 miles per hour. Deathstroke. A dominating victory over Batman. Yes, he is Batman. A man who knows over 140 martial arts and trains 24/7. Deathstroke still beats him. Deathstroke is no slouch when it comes to intelligence. Keeping up with and beating Batman requires strength, skill, and intelligence. A lot. So it helps that Deathstroke can use 90% of his brain. He also spends that 90% on tactics, so you can bet he'll try to outthink Cap if he can't fight him. Deathstroke still has the advantage. His coordination, intelligence, and vast arsenal could make up for Captain America's slight advantage in skill and speed. After all, his shield could be used against him. Deathstroke has a lot of explosive weapons in his arsenal. For example, Taskmaster attached a taser to his shield when he threw it back at Captain America. Deathstroke could find a way to separate Captain America from his shield. Captain America has fought enemies who have tried to do this before, so he won't have it easy. But Deathstroke is a skilled and intelligent fighter. He would likely stay one step ahead of Captain America. His sword and club combination would likely get past Steve's shield and force him onto the defensive. His stick and sword, one in each hand against Cap with his shield, means Captain America will be fighting with a defensive weapon against 2 long offensive weapons, both of which are melee. He will be able to predict Captain America's moves, forcing him to adapt to a skilled opponent while still being on the defensive. Deathstroke has been able to defeat Batman multiple times, who is almost as skilled as Captain America, maybe even a little more. Captain America could throw his shield across the room if he was staggering in melee combat and score a hit on Slade, gaining the upper hand and defeating him,
But Slade's healing factor is much stronger than Steve's, which is not noticeable. Deathstroke's healing factor can regenerate severe injuries in combat. Its limits are below severed limbs. I really don't see Captain America doing too much against him. His skill advantage is too small, and his agility alone won't be enough to overcome Deathstroke's arsenal, intelligence, and superhuman attributes. He's faced opponents far worse than Captain America. Slade could find an advantage in a ranged or close quarters fight. At long range, even Deathstroke would have trouble getting a shot at Captain America because of his shield. But he's a master at anticipating moves and can fire off a series of shots that slowly build up an opening. I doubt Steve would leave himself open that easily. But then again, it's Slade Wilson. While the chances of taking Cap down at long range with just his gun are slim, both will try to use their surroundings: water tanks, high voltage units, crumbling foundations, loose pipes, anything to distract the other long enough to gain the upper hand. But at a distance, while Captain America can use his shield to attack multiple targets in the room, Deathstroke can take more hits from it, and can easily separate him from his shield this way. He can keep his distance, but Captain America can't do that without risking sacrificing his weapon. Cap is also a master strategist and tactician. He is known as the greatest tactician on the planet. But can he match Deathstroke? I believe so. When Cap received the Super Soldier Serum, it not only gave him a perfect body, but also a perfect mind. Doesn't that mean Cap can use 100% of his mind? I think it can. If this is true, Cap can think faster than Deathstroke as well as fight better. I think a perfect mind means 100%, so Cap chooses this one. Cap can also learn how to use a weapon in just a few seconds just by holding it and looking at it. So if Cap had Deathstroke's Prometheum sword, pistol, rifle, wand, he would be able to use it as easily as Deathstroke. In seconds, Captain America is better. Because even though they are physically, their skills lie in their ability to learn new skills and reach their peak at everything. Slade has the advantage in strength, obviously better weapons and more variety. Cap is not an attacker, he is a defender. The other thing you need to do is rally other soldiers and make them execute a plan without hesitation, without fear, without anything. And that's one of his skills that Deathstroke doesn't have. Like, he's never been a leader, he's a classic loner. And that's a pretty big minus on your scorecard for being a super soldier. That seems like a pretty big standard for the best super soldier. I think Cap would win.
I hope you enjoyed this fight. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Follow me if you like. That's it for today's video. Thanks so much, everyone.